Alright, hello everyone, my name is Moritz, I'm 25 and in 1 week, on the 24th of August, Sunday, I will be racing my first half Ironman. That's gonna be exciting, but this video will be about my bike, which I have had now for maybe 1.5 months already. I thought I would make a quick kind of review video, give my thoughts on it, just share what my experience with the bike has been so far. Since it's 1 week out, it's Sunday, and in around half an hour I will go on this social ride. I will do a proper in-depth review of my bike after that. But I will take you along for the bike ride. A few days ago I got this DJI Osmo 360 camera, so I have it mounted there, so you will be able to join me. I'm very excited to try it out with the bike. I got it specifically because it's easy to use on the bike. Before I go for the bike ride, I will show you my setup and what it looks like. This is what my bike setup looks so far. Race ready, I just need to get water bottles that fit for the cages. And then we are good to go. Let's go for that bike ride. The social ride, bike and brew, it's probably around 20k or 30k, I'm not sure, I haven't checked the route. But I will go for a longer ride myself. I think I wanna do maybe 70-80k today, just to try it out and film and so on. Anyway, now I need to go so I'm not late. I'm running a little bit late, but should be fine. It's so weird that I can capture all the angles, but very convenient. And I wonder what it sounds like right now. Okay, it's actually a few days later because the bike ride ended up being a little bit longer than I had expected. We rode for, I think, 93 kilometers officially. But anyway, let's talk about the bike, review it, talk about different parts of the bike, the components, what it feels like to ride, and my experience so far. I want to start out with the geometry first and then talk about the components and some of the things I have put on here, and then lastly I want to talk about the experience, what it feels like to ride the bike. So yeah, the geometry. Why I chose the Canyon Endurace CF7 instead of, for instance, the Ultimate CF7 is because it has a bit of a higher stack height and shorter reach. And before I continue, I want to mention that I got it in the size M, and I'm around 181 centimeters tall, just for reference. So far, I feel like it has been a really good choice, this bike, because I pretty much instantly, when I rode with the bike for the first time, I noticed the difference that the reach is not as long as with my old bike, so I can get a really nice comfortable position on this one. The effective reach, it's the horizontal distance between the bottom bracket and the hand position. So as I understand it, here's the bottom bracket and hand position is here. So that's 555 millimeters. And the effective stack, which is defined as the vertical distance between the bottom bracket and the hand position distance this way up here, it's 675 millimeters. Correct me again if I'm wrong. And the main point is that the reach is not too long, so it's very important to be able to have an ergonomic position just with the normal cockpit. But speaking of that, let's jump into the components and different things I have rigged on the bike. Let's start off with the cockpit. It's the CP0030 cockpit. It's fully carbon. Yeah, it's very ergonomic. The grips feel really nice. But the only downside, which I don't understand why, is that it doesn't have the Canyon gear groove, I think it's called, where you can mount, for instance, TT bars. There are only these two screw holes on the bottom that fit a universal M4 screw where you can put your bike computer mount, for instance. I just have a third-party bike computer mount with a GoPro mount on here. And of course the cockpit has also integrated cables, so there are no cables going on the outside. It's very sleek, aerodynamic, and looks good. The gears and shifters are just Shimano 105 shifters. One of the shifters works as a brake also. Here I just have a top tube pouch with some of my tools. Just a multi-tool, a chain breaker, spare tube or tire. Very simple, but the bare essentials. I have it strapped just with the Velcro straps. Behind the seat post, I have a third-party bottle mount that mounts under the seat with two screws on both sides. On here you can mount water bottle cages. If we move down here, we have the Shimano CS-HG710 cassette, which has 12 different gears. The easiest gear on the cassette has 36 teeth and the toughest one has 11. Since there are 12 different options, you can really dial in your cadence according to how fast you wanna go or how strong you are. Also, my chain is very filthy and the cassette looks very filthy. I use this liquid wax after I got my bike cleaned last week. Forward from here, there's this pretty much on the seat tube and down tube standard screws where you can put basically whatever you want. But on the seat tube I have a water bottle holder, and then on the down tube I have this very old, very professional bike pump. But yeah, you can basically customize and put whatever you want here. Same for the top tube here. The crank has two different gears. I feel like the heavier one is quite easy, especially combined with this one. I pretty much never downshift to the easier gear here. Unless it's a very, very sudden steep hill, then I might do it, but otherwise I just stick with this one. The front derailleur is the Shimano 105 FDR710 and the rear derailleur is the Shimano 105 RDR710 12S for those interested about the nitty-gritty details and specs. And then of course the wheels. So the front and rear wheels are by DT Swiss. Well, rim height and width are pretty much the same, 22 millimeters on each. The tires, both on the front and back side, are by Schwalbe One 32 millimeter tires. That's a very, very brief breakdown of the components and different parts I have set up here. And this is the setup I will be racing with on Sunday. Today it's Wednesday and Friday I'm leaving to Tallinn, Estonia. Tomorrow, Thursday, I have to pack, so the day is approaching very quickly. Kind of to close things out, just to mention, so far, like the experience riding with this bike has been really, really phenomenal. You can really notice it compared to kind of my old bike. Just how it feels like to ride. This one has been super easy, super smooth. It's also obviously a lot lighter. It's 8.82 kilograms in size medium. So all in all, I have been super happy because of the shorter reach. I had a little bit some back issues with my old bike, but with this bike there has been none. So I guess that's a good sign. If you feel like I missed something or you want to know more details about something, feel free to ask me down below in the comments or check the link that I have provided down in the description about this bike model. I would really appreciate if you leave a like and a comment, as I said, and if you're interested in seeing how I do in my first half Ironman now on Sunday, subscribe down below. And yeah, I'm really excited for the race. Thank you so much for watching once again, and see you in the next one. Let's get it.